Look at how the light comes in. It's low and a little cool still, the way spring mornings are before the day really warms.
In a home like this one, a small town house, the kind you'd find on a quiet street in the 1990s, the morning doesn't start all at once. It starts in pieces. A cup left on the table, light on the floor. The house is awake before the people in it are. And then the first sounds. A door. Steps on the floor, nothing hurried. For many families, mornings followed a routine that didn't need talking through. You knew what came first, and you went and do it. Someone would open a window like this one, just a little, to let the spring air in. You can almost feel how the room changes when it does. Cooler, a bit damp, green somehow, that early season smell coming off the yard. The kitchen is usually where the day really begins, and the center of it, in a home like this, is the stove. Cast iron, heavy, it would have taken time to bring up to heat. You'd feed it wood, wait, feel for the warmth coming off the top before anything could cook. Notice that there's no switch here. No quick heat. The first real warmth of the day came from this, and it spread slowly. Into the room, into your hammock, into your hands. Depending on the household and the region, breakfast might be simple. Something from the pantry, bread, whatever was kept close. And the table fills, a little at a time, a dish set down, a cloth smoothed, small, ordinary things you do without thinking. Washing up was its own small routine. A pitcher, a basin, water carried and poured rather than turned on. There's something steady about that. You used what you'd carried. You didn't waste it. Clothing in a home like this would be practical first. Layers you could work in. Fabrics that held up. Cotton, wool, plain weaves. Mended where they needed mended. I'm not going to tell you everyone dressed exactly the same. That varied a great deal by family and by what the day asked of you. But the idea was the same. Ready for work, not for show. And by now, the house feels different than it did 20 minutes ago. Warmer. Lived in. Moving. Let's follow the day towards the front of the house because this is where it opens up. The porch, the doorway, the edge between the house and the street. You can just hear the town out there. A wagon, maybe, someone passing. In a small place like this, you'd likely know most of those sounds by name. The light's higher now, warmer. The morning chill is mostly gone off the boards under the window. This is the part of the day when a house breathes out a little. Doors open, air moves through. The inside and the outside meet for a while. Through the middle of the day, a home like this stayed busy in a quiet, ongoing way. Sweeping, tidying, setting things back where they belonged. Work that was never quite finished, but that kept the house in order. Notice the things that get touched again and again. A broom, a basket, the same few surfaces. These objects wore smooth from use. You can almost see where hands had passed over them 1,000 times. It wasn't a tidy, untouched kind of house. There'd be a little clutter, a cloth over a chair, something left out to be dealt with later. That's what a real working home looks like. And the light keeps moving. Watch it cross the floor. By midday, it's coming in from a different angle than it did this morning. Higher, fuller, warmer on the wood. Afternoon is when a house like this slows down. The morning work is mostly done. The big push of the day has passed. And the house settles into something gentler. This is the warmest the rooms will feel. The spring sun has been on the windows for hours now, and you can feel it gather in the wood, in the air. There might be a quiet stretch here, a moment to sit, to mend something, to rest a little before the evening's work. It's easy to pass over a moment like this, but this stillness was part of the day too. The pause between the morning and the supper hour. And then the light starts to lengthen and the house turns toward supper. The kitchen comes back to life. The stove is brought up again. There's a smell starting, something cooking, warm and plain. The table gets set, the same table we saw this morning with just a cup on it. Now it's plates and whatever the family had to put on them. What supper actually was would depend on the season, the household, what the pantry held. I won't pretend it looked the same in every home. But the rhythm of it, gathering, setting, sitting down together, that was widely shared. And look at the light now. Lower, gold instead of white. The day's almost done and the room knows it. And here's the moment the whole evening turns on. The lamp. In a home like this, when the daylight went, this is what replaced it. Watch what it does to the room. The corners go soft. The light pulls in close, just to the table, just to the few feet around it. This is a kind of evening we mostly don't have anymore. No bright ceiling light filling every corner. Just this, a small warm circle and the rest of the house going quiet and dim around it. Life moved in close to that light. Whatever you did in the evening, you did it here, near the lamp. And then the day truly winds down. Outside, the town has gone quiet. No engines, no hum. Just the sounds a house makes on its own. A board settling, the small sound of the lamp. It's a deeper quiet than most of us are used to. The evening wasn't filled with noise, it was filled with this kind of stillness. We spent one ordinary spring day in this house. We watched the morning light come in cool and low, watched it cross the floor, warm through the afternoon, and go gold at supper. And now it's gone, and the lamp is all that's left. Nothing dramatic happened. That's rather the point. This is just how one day moved through one home. Morning light to evening quiet. I'm glad you spent it here with me. It's a small thing, an ordinary day. But there's something worth noticing in how gently it moved. I'll leave the lamp lit for a moment longer. Rest easy, and I'll see you in the next quiet day we explore together.